What is going on YouTube? Hater back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. Specifically, in today's episode, we have to talk about this very strange pump that happened yesterday within Bitcoin and I believe Ethereum and maybe even XRP just a little bit here. I am beyond shocked and surprised and confused as to why we saw this major pump to the upside happen. Now, we did see a big run in the S&P 500, which I do very strongly believe was the culprit for seeing the major cryptocurrencies run to the upside. But within any of that and all of that, that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to be breaking bullish in any sense here. XRP is retesting overbought. Ethereum is screaming overbought at 79 on the relative strength indicator. Bitcoin is at 86 on the RSI. This could very well be, fear of missing out, FOMO. And if you buy in at this time, you could very quickly get burned because we could very easily expect to see a drop to the downside. This is fear of missing out. Buying in here, thinking we're going to see, a much bigger pump to the upside here when we're screaming overbought, and extremely overvalued. The same thing with the S&P 500 here. The S&P is a huge sign, and this is very helpful in determining where cryptocurrency is moving to. And the fact is, we're retesting a massive resistance, and until we can break through this resistance here, we are looking bearish on the markets here. So I'm shocked. I'm confused. I was not expecting this. We did get stopped out of any trades we had that we were shorting, especially on Patreon. And now we have to sit back and kind of see where these markets are moving to, because we are still a strong believer here that correction is coming for this market. And if you buy in now, there's a chance you can get burned. But with that all being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. So super quick, you can see we've pretty much been tracking the highest point on these cryptocurrencies here every single day, pointing out the top resistance here, showing the consolidation that's taking place, even showing you guys that history is repeating itself with a double symmetrical triangle formation here. And here we are retesting the top. Well, for some odd reason, some shocking, surprising reason, these cryptos managed to pump even higher than their resistance and are continuing to scale upwards, which is very confusing if you ask me. Now, this is by no means a bad thing here, but it is very shocking that we would swing all the way up this high. And moving forward, looking at XRP, this is another cryptocurrency that we've been quite confused with here in regards to, hey, we've now broken above a major resistance here, but we're now retesting overbought on the daily. When you come to look at the weekly here, we don't look that bad either, although, as you guys know, we have been very long on XRP, so I'm not really worried in the sense that we're seeing runs to the upside here. We don't have a trade open on XRP. We've been long XRP since confirming closure above this resistance right at about 38 cents. So the higher this wants to continue to trend up, that's totally fine with me, as we've been bullish on XRP for the long term for quite some time now. You can see on the monthly scale, we've had a major resistance in purple that we have yet to been able to break. Sorry, I meant to pull it up on the weekly. That we have yet to been able to break here, this downtrend here. And for the first time a couple of days ago, we managed to break through that. You can see just last week's candle, we were able to close above a major resistance in purple that we have not been able to break for a very long time. So with the confirmation closing here, we've been buying in with the expectations, as I said in yesterday's video, mid 2023 to easily see a 55 cent to 75 cent retest, which is where I expect this market to move to. But short term, I'm a believer that we need some consolidation. We just can't spiral out of control and explode to the upside here. Not what I was expecting. However, we are starting to head up a little bit higher. I'm a little confused. I don't think we have the volume needed to continue this run. I do believe strongly that consolidation is necessary here, and I think this could very easily be a bull trap for a lot of people, and that we are still heading lower here. We have actually retested this resistance before, so that's another thing where you guys really need to consider the fact that this could very easily be a bull trap here. In reference, when we had the beautiful symmetrical break that happened on Ethereum here, we exploded to the upside. Yes, we saw this very nice run as of yesterday, but look at what we had in the past here. Look at where bottom support is. If I just draw it on for you guys, notice this is not unreasonable, and we haven't necessarily broken out on these cryptocurrencies, and this could very easily just be a bull trap. Here's bottom support where the supports are retesting. Coincidentally, also the bottom for Ethereum here, where Ethereum is retesting. Now, if I mark where the top was, we can either do by wicks or maybe even the candle. You can see something very interesting here. Notice where we seem to get sandwiched in. Look at this very easily. This is kind of the bubble that we've been trending in, and we could easily pull this and move that over right here. And notice nothing has really changed that's out of the ordinary. This was the peak and the top for this crypto. So I strongly believe that this is the peak and the top for where we currently are as well here. It was the same thing back in, what is this, November of 2022, October of 2022. Here we are again, moving forward here, having the same resistance here. Now we're seeing uncertainty. There's a good chance we are going to do exactly that. Fill in the gap here until we see a big movement, which I believe is going to be to the downside. So I wouldn't, see this as a fear of missing out. Maybe this is just a little bit left in the consolidation that we've been having on Ethereum here, and this is necessary, and then we will most likely correct downwards, as that's where I believe this is going to ascend Ethereum here. And the same thing would apply itself to Bitcoin, although Bitcoin is slightly different. In regards to Ethereum here, this is all within its means. Bitcoin was shocking and exploded so much higher than anybody was expecting here. I was not expecting movements this high. We don't have previous retest that would confirm this here, but surprisingly we shot up to 22.9, which is incredible here. Nobody was expecting these. We were expecting shorts. I don't think this is going to last. It's really like almost impossible for it to continue. It's at 87 on the relative strength indicator. If we jump to the weekly, we can get another gist. I do strongly believe that we are going to pull up to these moving averages, and there's a chance it could happen in the next couple of weeks too. As you guys can see, we were pretty much calling the fact that on the weekly charts here, we've been in a descending fractal waiting for the prime time to break out of this here. And you can see we're now just starting to see some movements to the upside. After we broke out of this, we pretty much just fell stagnant here. At the start of the new year, we're starting to rally up. And I do believe that come the next couple of weeks, we should be able to fall inside a resistance of $35,000, $36,000 top and a $28,000 bottom here. So kind of swinging ourselves into this area right here. That's where I believe we're going to, move. If it happens within the next 2 weeks, I'd be floored. If we literally just skyrocketed up like this, we'd be so extremely overbought. It's necessary to see some sort of consolidation, some sort of pullback when we start, seeing these big rallies to the upside. Is it possible to continue this? Yeah, but this is a huge weekly candle here. We have not seen a weekly candle of that demeanor since maybe back here. It was March of 2022 for this run to the upside here, but it's still possible. I do believe we have a target set right here, and I think we're going to head there. I did say 30K is something that we are going to be retesting on Bitcoin within 2023, and it looks like that is exactly what's going to happen here. But short term, I just expect cool off. Now, we did say a couple weeks ago here that XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, the S&P, or not necessarily the S&P, but yeah, I guess the S&P too, by mid to end of 2023, the prices will be so much higher than where they were come 2022. Like there were a lot of bottoms that were retested in 2022, and here we are starting to reverse back up, kind of mediate ourselves. So the fact that we're trading at $23,000 practically on Bitcoin is by no surprise, although I wasn't expecting it to be this fast, and I still do expect to see correction here. This could be the start of reversals. We're pretty much trending above major resistances here. This could continue the trend to the upside. So I'm excited that we're seeing this, but without a doubt, we're due for a pullback. I mean, if we go back to the previous bullish run that we've had here when we became overbought, you can see, I mean, it is kind of weird when you look at it like this. We did continue to rally up before we fell. We were overbought the entire time. So it's very possible that this could be a continued rally here, which means even if you did want to buy in, it's very possible that you could do that and put a stop loss here just in case that we start to head back down and break through it. Just put a stop loss up in case we see reversals here. This could be the trend to the upside here. I am shifting my focus and maybe saying I'm 60 bearish, 40 bullish here, but this could be the start to the rise. But truthfully, I think everything falls to the S&P 500. I feel like this is going to determine everything right now. As you guys can see, we had a quick pump. We had a quick retest off the moving averages here, as well as a price floor, and we immediately reversed up and now are getting retesting a purple downtrend, which is the resistance here. So we immediately got stopped when we came into contact with this resistance. So really what I'm saying is we had a lot of volume move us to the upside here in the S&P, and the same thing caused a lot of volume within Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. The problem then becomes, hey, we already shot up here and now we hit top resistance. Are we going to break through it, or are we going to reverse downwards here? That's the main reason here. If we, as of next week, are able to close us above here and start to trend above the next couple of days, then yes, I'm a strong believer Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the other cryptos will start to see a pump to the upside. If that doesn't happen, we are going to be rejecting and falling lower here, and then I expect these cryptos to follow suit. So again, keep your focus on the S&P. When the S&P moves, crypto will move too. We had a big, beautiful, like 1.9% rally within the S&P, and as you guys can clearly tell, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP followed suit. Yet, if we see a correction here, so will the other major cryptocurrencies. But with that being said, that's going to wrap up today's video. Make sure to check out BidFi, the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange that I like to use here on the channel. Buy long, sell short, leverage trade, stop loss, take profits, everything is they offer, including XRP, which not many exchanges do. You can capitalize on these big runs if you use BidFi. The best part is if you're not ready to trade with real crypto, they offer a demo account which gives you 100K in Monopoly money to test your skills before you decide to buy in. So it's literally risk-free. There's nothing to lose. Make sure to check it out. Link down in the description below, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.